why a dwarf has shown up into my chat. The elf. Me and dwarves have like a rivalry. It's like in Lord of the Rings. Have you ever seen Lord of the Rings, chat? What are their names again? Gay and gayer? Oh, what are their names? Oh, they're so gay. Oh, what are their names again? Legolas and Gimli! I remembered Legolas! I just couldn't remember the other guy's name, so... I'm sorry! That's now their names. Welcome in, Nuzlocke! Yeah, Nuzlocke! Love how that's, you know... Good question. I would describe myself as a dwarf from the anime Goblin Slayer. Oh. Merry and Pippin. I like all the characters in Lord of the Rings. I remember... when I was younger, and I was... when I was younger, there was this guy that was like really obsessed with dwarves, and I was like really obsessed with elves. And they were like, I think elves are stupid. And I was like, well, I think dwarves are in the ground, so they're all covered in dirt. And they're like, I'd rather be covered in dirt than be a snob. And I was like, it was crazy. The rivalry was crazy. The rivalry is crazy. And I remember like one of my friends said something really mean about them. Yeah, we had real beef. We had real, like, I was like, this is the closest to, like, online roleplay beef I'll ever get, except it was in real life. It was in real life. I was in choir, I remember. We had real beef, because I would show up to school and I'd have elf ears. I have elf ears, you know? You know? I had my little elf ears, and they would be like, dwarves are better. I remember my friend was like, oh, you talk to this person? And I was like, yeah, we have a rivalry, of course. And then they said something really mean, because they were like this really nerdy kid. And I was like, bro, it's not like, you know, I was like, it's not like, you know, we were like flirting or anything. We were just two friends, you know? But then I think my friend got jealous that I was giving attention to this other guy. And I was like, okay. I was like, that was weird. You know what I mean? I was like, huh. Yeah. So I was always extra nice. I was always extra nice to the dwarf guy that had a rivalry with me, because I think it made another kid jealous, and I like didn't have like any male attention, so I was like very confused. I was very confused. I was like, huh? But I was taking like some like nerd kid classes at the time, so like there were other, yeah. I was like, huh, in hindsight that was kind of weird. But yeah, our rivalry was real. Dwarves versus elves, that's a thing. You remember putting elf ears on a model I had, and you had every dwarf calling them knife ears? That is true. I get people that aren't dwarves that say that. They go, I like your knives. Your pointy ears, milady? And I'm like, okay. Okay. Oof. Yeah. Yeah. I do think it's crazy though that like I'm literally like wearing elf ears and being cringe. And then this other guy is literally talking about dwarves and being cringe, and then they're the ones that get bullied. Like, Can a guy just not have whimsy? Bro wasn't even like dressed as a dwarf or anything. You know what I mean? I think he did have a Viking helmet, but I think he only wore it for Halloween. Now I'm thinking about it, like, did he? I can't remember. I think he really liked Toothless or something. Was he even short? Bro was like 6 foot tall.